should be sleeping, but I'm not because I haven't been sleeping at the right times. So I'm sleeping at the wrong times and awake at the wrong times, like right now. Thankfully, I don't have to work tomorrow. But my loss is your gain because you're going to have a reading right now. How great is that? And as I was thinking, Jesus, I need to get some chapstick on my face because my lips are about to fall off. These two cards just fell out of the deck, and this is my Woodland Ward. It's been a week. Woodland Wardens Oracle. Anyway, Butterfly and Snowdrop, Hope. Hawk and Thistle, Graceful Persistence. You know what strikes me, actually, as I set these down, is I'm looking at the hawk, who is this big old, very fierce, there's a lot of air energy in there, crazy enough. You've got the thistle, too. There's a lot of sharp spikiness about that, and that butterfly and the snowdrops are very delicate. Even though this card says graceful persistence, and I suppose that's something to note in this, isn't it? The fact that there's a lot of sharp spikes and a lot of roughness around the edges, but the truth is there is graceful persistence. There is a beauty underneath that has more depth and more softness than perhaps the prickly outer shell reveals, or perhaps that's what that prickly outer shell is specifically supposed to do, serving its purpose for you and creating that prickly exterior and hiding that on the inside. So we have graceful persistence here, flying directly towards hope, which is this beautiful little butterfly and these little snowdrop flowers, which are some of the first to bloom in the spring. These are, and you know what, in terms of butterflies, they don't live long either. These are things that, you know, they're caterpillars. They get all big and fat. They change a couple times while they're wrapped up in their chrysalises or cocoons, if they are moths. And then they come out and they live for a few days and they lay eggs and they die. It's a very short span of time in which we can see those butterflies. And really appreciate their beauty. And the same with the snowdrops. You know, they're certainly one of the first flowers to bloom, but that means they're very easy to miss. Cayman and Poppy. Sorry. Cayman and Poppy. Dreams. Still learning this. Oh, God. Pardon me. All right, Cayman and Poppy. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I did want to read a couple things. The one thing I do want to read is the caiman is an alligator-like reptile that spends much of its time in a trance-like state, rousing only to snare its prey. Likewise, the poppy is closely associated with sleep. Since ancient times, the powerful sedative opium has been derived from its seeds. Together, the caiman and poppy tell us about our dreams. It's a poppy, and I'm not normally picking this up, but I'm picking it up right now, and there's some sort of substance involved here. Whatever struggles that we're dealing with that are leading us to try and move towards hope as much as we can with graceful persistence, we have also been sort of trying to rest, as it were, and rest our mind and clear our mind of the more difficult and anxious thoughts and situations and circumstances. And I'm just seeing like a real haze. And when I was reading about the caiman and the poppy and being in the trance-like state, if if it didn't make me think of functional freeze. So, whoever you are, I hope you take care of yourself. This is not an easy thing to get through and overcome. You don't have to do it tomorrow. But I feel like satisfaction is the one I pulled off the top. And I was just going to say, I feel like the problem is that reality is so difficult right now. That it feels like, you know, the dreams and the daydreams and the detaching from it and the grandiose structures and stuff that we make and storylines inside can bring us more satisfaction than what we're experiencing outside of us. And unfortunately, it can and does knock us off balance quite a bit when we are preferring to imagine things that could be or might be or have been, then we are preferring to actually be in the present moment and make life what we want to make of it. Things get ugly pretty quick. So what I'm actually seeing here is it's like an unresolved issue. We have satisfaction and we have balance. So what is this? Turtle and coriander and dragonfly and pansy. This is an unresolved situation, and there is sort of a sense of left hanging. There's a lack of completion. It's the word satisfaction. You know, it's like when the game or the broadcast cuts out right at the key moment. You're like, oh my God, I just missed that. That kind of thing. It's that kind of thing. And in terms of balance, it has been hard to find that balance. It's been difficult to find this balance, especially because you have this big dichotomy of either like doing nothing and then and then like coming out of nowhere, or shielding yourself with the pricklies. And either way, you know, you're missing the opportunities. Basil and pine, introspection, quail and gooseberry, anticipation. Funny enough, I see them both sitting in the tree, and I feel like maybe this has been an ongoing situation because both trees look like they're in the middle of winter. They look pretty bare. There's something to be said for having spent the winter contemplating and thinking about this and working to bring all of this into balance. So that's very good. Can we get 2 cards for just advice and direction? The crow and dogwood. The crow and dogwood. Intelligence. The martin and foxglove. Mischief. Y'all, everyone here is smart, but some people are smarter than others, so be careful that you're not being too obvious. But it's kind of like that. But anyway, to put it in words, whatever it is that you're working to hold hope about and attempt again in that moment when the snowdrop and the butterfly are present, which hopefully is a thing that's going to happen. I don't know. Whatever strategies were used before, you're not going to be able to use those again, especially if there's ill intentions or some sort of mischief, as it were, deception behind them, because people are too smart in this situation and already looking for that. So make sure you approach from a point of honesty and from a point of this really talks about starting over. The Mouse and the Buttercup, Innocence. It's such a gentle, I just feel like such a gentle approach. Like immediately the first thing I'm like, putting a little buttercup under your chin. Does it turn yellow? Do you like butter? And then Beaver and Birch, home. There's this sense of security that is missing, lost, with the hope that I don't even know if it's about the sense of security returning. It may be more the situation that brought the sense of security, and in that you might find yourself disappointed because, it is also where you need to be putting in some work, is creating that sense of security and that foundation and that structure. Not just so you can feel safe, though, so everybody can. I think that might be it. Maybe there's one more last message. We'll see. Not like 17 cards. One would be nice. Just take us out with a joke, folks. Give me something. Oh, there we go. They did a very good job. Patience.